arena one last time as the group phase comes to its conclusion here tonight. But what a way to go out. Fireworks are expected as we have both a Nordic derby and a first ever meeting between Finland and Iceland at EuroBasket. Finland have already guaranteed a second place finish in Group A and an appearance in Istanbul at the final phase of EuroBasket 2017. They've got a 3-1 record in Group A, all the while inspiring a new generation of basketball fanatics joining up with the Wolfpack. Tonight they'll look to record a fourth win of the group stage against a spirited Icelandic side, still looking for their first EuroBasket win. It's been another huge day in Helsinki. Slovenia ensured that they head to Istanbul with a perfect record with a thumping win over France, while Greece booked their flights to the final phase with victory over Poland. So this is how the standings look. Finland will finish second in this group whether they win or lose tonight, and Iceland unfortunately will finish bottom either way as well. Well, it's the final group game from Helsinki. It's Finland against Iceland at EuroBasket 2017. And I'm delighted to say that I have Mark Mills alongside me one last time. Mark, what are you hoping for tonight?
Well, let's hope we can finish off with a competitive game to finish off Group A here in Helsinki. Our host Finland have had an amazing week, some nail-biting finishes. They'll be keen to see it off in style and move on to Istanbul with a flourish. Iceland haven't secured their first ever EuroBasket win, but they've had some great phases of play. For them, there surely can't be a better way to finish off their campaign than being a party pooper for their Nordic friends Finland and pick up their first EuroBasket win at the same time.
Well, as you say, Mark, Iceland have certainly left their mark on EuroBasket 2017. They've won over many neutrals with their fighting spirit, real heart show. What have the Icelanders, do you feel? What do they've learned from the experience?
Well, they never expected to reach the knockout phases, but that hasn't stopped them challenging every game. Coach Pedersen will be very happy with how hard they've played. They play with all their heart, and they've really embraced the essence of EuroBasket. It will have raised the profile across their country, and you know, it's a great thing for the Icelandic players here to realise that they're inspiring the next generation of superstar internationals.
At the back there, Trygve Hinarsson, he's one of those next generation players. He'll be a force in the front court for many years to come. Finland, though, well, they've surpassed all expectations so far. The question now, as we look forward to Istanbul beyond this game, is just how far do you think they'll go?
Well, I personally think they have an outside shot at a medal. It is an outside shot, though. They've played electrifying basketball this week, and they've had record crowds here in Helsinki on their feet every evening. They'll have half an eye on Istanbul tonight, which could be dangerous. Iceland will play on that potential complacency. The worst thing for Finland will be trying to showboat too early, but under Coach Detman, I'm sure that won't happen. They just need to get the job done, and I'm sure Finland will, because they're going to be determined to leave Helsinki on a high.
Tonight, the fact that they've had record crowds here in the week so far. They've already broken the national record for a international basketball game twice. I wonder if they'll do it again today. It looks packed to the rafters, and there's a good chunk of Icelandic support here as well. The action will be underway in just a few moments. But first of all, it is time for the national anthems, starting with Iceland. What an atmosphere here for this Nordic derby at EuroBasket 2017. Young and old in the house. It's been a bit of a theme of the week when Iceland have been playing. We've had a lot of young children in the crowd. And they certainly need those ear protectors. Our mascot for EuroBasket 2017, Sam Dunk, doing the rounds. Our officials tonight: Zafer Yilmaz from Turkey, Apostolos Kalpakas from Sweden, and Alexei Davidov from Russia. Well, Iceland played their first ever EuroBasket in 2015. They came with a similar roster to the one they have here in 2017, but with one notable addition: Tryggvi Klanarsson.
Yeah, it's an interesting roster. Klanarsson is the future of Icelandic basketball. There's a lot resting on his shoulders, and they're hoping to obviously bring in a lot of talent alongside him. He's only played 12 minutes per game, but he's shown real signs of what he potentially could become.
Here's their starting five: Hermansson, Phil Helmsson, Stephenson, Byrington playing the centre role. Klanarsson will start on the bench, and Hauke Palsson there.
Yeah, Palsson's had an up and down tournament, but when he's on form, he's very difficult to stop. His size causes matchup issues for other teams, averaging 12 points per game and 3.3 assists. He'll be hoping to bow out of EuroBasket 2017 on a high.
Sean Huff with a chance to captain Finland one last time here in the Helsinki arena, which is rocking. And another top quality roster there, experience in abundance. Raniko, Kotti. We'll see if Jamal Wilson makes a comeback here today, but a lot of excitement about Carl Lindbom, who made his first appearance in the tournament yesterday.
Yeah, for me, Lindbom sums up Finland. With the injuries of Koivisto and Wilson, he comes in, hadn't played a game before yesterday. 5 points, 5 rebounds, big putback done, energy, everything you'd want from a bench player.
Kotti, Lee, Huff, Koponen, and point guard Sasu Salin.
But yeah, the interesting two to look at tonight. You can't ignore the impact that Lauri Markkanen has had on the tournament. Number 3 scorer in the entire tournament with 22.5 points and just a human highlight reel. And then Martin Hermansson for Iceland, leading them in scoring. And a difficult matchup on the defensive end for many teams.
Craig Pedersen, coach of Iceland, hails from Canada originally, but he's masterminded not one but 2 qualifications now for EuroBaskets. He's taken them on. Henrik Detman, well, what can you say about him? He's done a remarkable job revolutionising the Finnish national team. And quite interesting when we looked through the previous occasions that Finland and Iceland have met. They haven't met since 2007. When they did last meet, it was a Division B encounter.
Yeah, I think that tells you all you need to know about both of these nations and how proud they should be. Particularly Finland. They're now in a 12,500 seat arena and the place is absolutely rocking. The EuroBasket fever has taken over Helsinki, and it's all credit to the 12 guys walking out on the floor. They have dragged the team out of Division B up to the highest level of European basketball in just 10 years. And the same can be said for Iceland. Coming from such a small country to compete at this tournament is an absolute credit to the guys in blue.
Incredible stuff from both teams. A lot of national pride here and rightly so, between Finland and Iceland. And it's the last game in the Helsinki Arena at EuroBasket 2017. All set for the off, and there's plenty of blue-shirted Icelandic fans in the crowd.
Just delaying game at the moment, just some adjustments being made to Koponen on the Finnish bench. So just, I think they're probably taping something up. Yeah, just taping his finger up.
They're all set. Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome along to the Helsinki Arena one last time at EuroBasket 2017. The group phase comes to its conclusion tonight, and it is a Nordic derby. Finland and Iceland meeting for the first time in a decade, and what a start for the Icelanders. John-Arne Stephensen putting it up and in with a left-hand hook.
And the Icelandic fans make themselves heard straight away. The atmosphere here is so loud.
Gerald Lee can't get it to go. Alko Paltsin. Iceland will want to start brightly here and try quieten the Finnish crowd. And that is the way to start. Alko Paltsin with a three.
Yeah, we talked about Paltsin before the game. He's had an up-and-down tournament. There's no doubt he'll want to finish tonight on an absolute high, and a three to open things will help him.
Iceland already showing that they mean business tonight. Here's Petteri Koponen for Finland. Oh, and he drains a three, and that's an immediate response.
Yeah, Koponen has been a true leader for the Finnish team so far in this group phase in Helsinki.
There might be some massive performances as Paltsin feeds Wilhelmsen, who comes inside and draws the foul. Well, when the list of games was released, this was one that immediately caught the eye. Finland and Iceland on the last night. Stephensen, step back two, can't get it to roll. Sasu Salin will bring it out of the backcourt. Into Gerald Lee. Lee with a left-hand hook. Misses, and Paltsin will pick up the pieces and go coast to coast, and swatted by Sean Huff.
Beautiful defensive play by Huff, watching it the whole way.
Stephensen up to the basket, and denied again. Here comes Koponen. What a start we have here. Finland will want to play this game with the exact same intensity they did their previous four. We saw them yield impressive wins over the likes of France, Poland and Greece. They were only just edged out by Slovenia. As you see a replay of that massive rejection by Sean Huff.
Yeah, great defensive effort by Huff. It's all about team defense for Finland. It has been all week.
Pass into Martin Hermansen. Rolls it into Byrington, who turns around the corner, fires in the shot, sees it come back off the iron. Koponen. Koponen up against Byrington, getting around him. And putting it up and in, and gets the rattle of the hoop.
Yeah, Koponen's been averaging 14 points per game. Inside and out he can score. And also 7.5 assists per game.
Yeah, top of assists, or joint top of assists, the whole of EuroBasket so far. Given away, Salin all the way, and well, that's a great chase down by Wilhelmsen. Hermansen now getting up to the rack. Not getting any luck.
I think if there was any question over the passion and pride left in this game, that's been put to bed straight away from both teams.
Into Kotti, and he banks it in off the glass. Finland on a 7-0 run. Wilhelmsen to Hermansen, now John-Arne Stephensen. Found a little channel there. Halsen back up to the top. Wilhelmsen. Couldn't get the score, but he does get contact and a foul.
Yeah, it's a smart play by Wilhelmsen. He had the open shot, decided to take it to the higher percentage paint area. Goes up against the slower Lee, draws the contact. Can't quite get the bucket to roll though. But both teams hot on the defensive end. Chased down by Wilhelmsen, not giving up on that play.
Good defense by Wilhelmsen. And now at the other end of the court, Craig Pedersen barking instructions from the sideline to Alka Palsin. Wilhelmsen in the meantime makes it 2 from 2 from the line. Here is Petteri Koponen. Into Lee. Encourages everybody to move towards the low post, and Koponen puts up a three-point shot. Misses Lee with an easy follow-up though. It's one of the areas that Iceland, we knew they'd struggle in at the start of the tournament, was at the boards. They don't have a lot of height on offer, especially with Larsen on the bench.
Yeah, it's been a frenetic opening phase of play. Both teams, I think, energised by their sets of fans, creating so much noise in the Helsinki arena.
Wilhelmsen. It's the pass out of Byronson. Palsen. Good passing play. Stephenson from the elbow. How do you feel that Iceland have coped with being the undersized team in every contest in the group?
Well, I think Coach Pedersen summed it up best. If they hadn't played with so much heart, they'd have probably lost every game by 70. But their heart has made up for so much in their lack of size.
Good passing play. It's with Koponen, bounce pass. Salin backs it in. Beautiful basketball from Finland.
Yeah, very intricate basketball. Interior passing is always difficult to time. But Salin makes it look good with the reverse layup.
Byrington banks it in. Three-point shot.
Wow, the bank is own for Byrington. I didn't hear him shout bank on that one, but he'll be happy to take the 3 points.
Salin switches it out to Kotti. Now Huff, a little jumper. He was hungry and followed up brilliantly.
Not surprised to see the changes coming from Iceland. Acox and Ermelinski coming into the game. Berningsson no doubt will step out. I think it's a fairer matchup, Lee against Acox.
And up goes Hermansen. And interestingly, that's Ermelinski, who is, statistically speaking anyway, their best rebounder. But Acox always a good hustle. Those are the two changes. Byrington and Hermansen goes off. Into the fray goes Lauri Markkinen. Crowd making Iceland aware of his star status. Palsen for three. Incredible to see the sheer hunger and desire for Markkinen. He's often the first out for training and the last to leave. There's Timo Rannikko. Kotti. Markkinen for three. What a start for Lauri Markkinen.
I think if I were to have a guess what your most common phrase was from the past week, it might have been Markkinen for three. What a great start by Markkinen. Unbelievable. Markkinen comes out every game.
Stephenson called for an offensive foul.
Yeah, Markkinen comes out every game. He's off the bench every game, but he's warmed up straight away. That's a good stand though by Rannikko, veteran play.
I don't think Lauri Markkinen ever drives in first or even second gear. He comes out and hits the ground running every game. He's averaging more than 50% from three-point range now in the tournament. Third highest scorer by points per game as well. The whole of EuroBasket 2017 as Koponen feeds Timo Rannikko. Markkinen. He's inside this time.
And there's your problem with Markkanen to guard him. You see him spot on the outside. Acox has to chase him out. He's just hit a three. Then the big man can put the ball on the floor and go to the basket. So difficult. Matchup problems all over the place for any team he plays against.
Markkanen off to a great start here. Copenhagen bounce past Cotti. Blocked off by Acox, that's why he's come in. Newtonen, though, picks up the pieces and uses the backboard.
Yeah, Finland starting to creep out now. Smart move by Newtonen. Takes Finland out to an 8-point lead.
Wilhelmsen here. Now it's Pavel Ermolinski. Acox trying to get the better of Newtonen. And that's well defended by Tuku Kotti. Rannikko. And now Petteri Koponen into Markkanen's hands. What kind of magic can he muster up from this position? Manages to find the pass out to Rannikko. Shot clock down to 1. Kotti's got a release, and he didn't in time. Shot clock violation, and that's better defensive work by Iceland.
Yeah, much better. They rotated down, put the double team on Markkanen. Markkanen was too slow to pass out of the double team. That said, I'm sure Coach Detman won't let him be too slow next time. So if Iceland double down, expect Markkanen to zip the ball back out to the perimeter and for the ball to move very quickly to the weak side.
Eric Murphy into the action for Finland for the first time. Alvar Fredriksson for Iceland also on. Fredriksson. Oh, no look pass. Acox finishes it.
Beautiful play by Fredriksson. Just vision, understood where his player was going, and Acox gets the easy basket.
Rannikko. He's running into trouble. Acox staying with him. Markkanen. Over by Paulsen, he's drawn another one.
Yeah. Coach's worst nightmare. You're always talking to players. Don't foul the shooter. You know, you don't want to foul a jump shooter, and Markkanen is exactly that. Sends him to the line for three throws. Markkanen scoring from all over the place, shooting 86% in the tournament from the line. Deadly from everywhere on the court.
Two from two. And they make it 3 in a row. And they certainly can. 6 points in the game already for Lauri Markkanen. Game high, and he's only been on the court for 2 minutes. Here's Ermolinski now for Iceland. Acox finding his way past Murphy. Oh, that's a really nice bit of work by Christopher Acox. Yeah,
strong move to the basket. Acox exploding down the lane. And wisely for the Finnish team, they didn't try and challenge him. Strong upper body. If they'd gone up, they were likely to foul him.
Salek, Rannikko, bounce pass, well anticipated by Martin Hermansen, who was then fouled by Newtonen.
Be interesting to see how many of the Finnish players are already starting to look forward to the knockout phases in Istanbul, and how many have been able to solely concentrate on today.
Yeah, confirmation that they will meet Italy in the last 16 was brought about today with their win over Georgia. Newtonen for 3. Good! Double-digit lead for Finland inside the first quarter. And Iceland understandably call the timeout.
Yeah, and this is exactly what Finland can do to you. They've got so many perimeter threats coming off the bench and in the starting 5. So difficult to play against.
75% success from outside the arc so far.
Down here, the first thing we got to do is when they shoot it, everybody got a rebound. They got 6 points on offensive rebounds right now. 6. That's the difference in the game. Down there, when we get moving, we're getting lots of good shots, right? They're going to take away your right hand now. So if you get that out here and you feel like you got to go, you're going to have to cross step and go that way. All right? Huh? When they come out and trap us, you got to roll short sometimes so we can move the ball. Wings lift up high. Move the.
Get that. Let's try that they're going to trap that and we play our open. If not, you guys play one on one. I don't care which one. Okay, let's go. Keep your man against the ball.
Yeah, Finland will be the happy of the benches. Just listening to Coach Pedersen there. Absolutely right. They need to protect their own boards. They're allowing offensive rebounds and second chance points, and that's where Finland have exploited it. So they'll work hard on that. His other conversation on the offensive end, talking about moving the ball on the pick and roll, making the roll very short so there's a passing opportunity straight away. But absolutely right, the way they're going to win is by keeping themselves and the ball moving on the offensive end.
Here's Hermansen right through the middle, burst on the runway and took off. Raniko to Matty Newton, who scored that three-point shot just before timeout was called. Now Murphy stepped out of play.
Yeah, another turnover for Finland. That's 4 already. Coach Detman won't be happy.
Of course, the concern. Here's Milinski. Oh, they've worked that nicely. Some of the passing from Iceland has been a joy to behold.
Looked like Milinski got himself in trouble then, picking up the dribble way too early, having a pivot, but finds a beautiful bounce pass to Beringsson.
Beringsson will go to the free throw line. Martin has his first foul called on him.
Beringsson, a 67% free throw shooter at the tournament so far.
Here's Raniko. Sasu Sari. Murphy, who's he looking for? Timo Raniko's the answer. Shot clock down to single digits here. Raniko out to Markkanen. Markkanen comes inside, and the pass wasn't on there. Christopher Aycox with the steal. Shot clock violation, and Iceland get excited about that.
Yeah, that's great hustle from Iceland. Team defense all the way, working hard for each other, rotating well. And Finland unable to find an open shot in the 24 seconds. Which is surprising, because Finland can find open shots when there aren't one.
Logi Gunnarsson comes in for the first time. And Brynjar Björnsson as well. Fredriksson. Trying to go all the way on his own. And that brings a high-octane first quarter to an end. And Finland lead by 6. Finland 24, Iceland 18. Incredible scenes here in the Helsinki arena.
Just spine tingling.
We should probably talk about the basketball. Finland leading by 6.
To be honest, if I'm completely honest, I think the crowd transcends the basketball. The entire crowd are taking part in Iceland's now very, very famous thunderclap. All of the Finnish fans joining in, some of them howling. This is what EuroBasket is about, just the emotion, the passion, and countries coming together, even though they're in competition. It's a beautiful thing to be a part of.
It is absolutely amazing. We have seen a lot of drama in that first quarter, which Finland will be the happy with the two teams so far.
Yeah, I think they will. That said, I don't think Iceland will be too disappointed. They've had a tough tournament and they're within 6 of Finland, and Finland have been flying, and they played well in the first quarter. Iceland have got some positives to take out of that first quarter. They're moving the ball well, they've got some points in the paint, they've shot 2 threes at a good percentage, they're getting good shot selection. They've got enough positives to look forward to a second quarter.
It absolutely is what EuroBasket 2017 is all about. Helsinki has been an amazing host. Salin, quick pass into Mutinen. Mutinen in the lane, puts on a right-hand hook. Just left it a tad short. And Byrington with a defensive rebound. There's Elvar Fredriksson. Now out to Janana Stephenson, puts it up for 2. And sees his shot kiss the iron. And Raniko now, surging forward. Salin loves a three-point shot, feeds it into Markkinen. Murphy for 3. No good on this occasion.
Yeah, both teams accepting opportunities that they wouldn't have accepted normally. Difficult shots from both sides.
Manson goes up to the rack, gets the score and 1.
Another good play from the little guard. 22-year-old Hermansson working strong. Good work by Berrington as well. Seals out Murphy, so Murphy can't help on the defensive end.
First time today, we have Carl Lindbom in the action after a very successful first EuroBasket game for him yesterday.
Yeah, just an impressive performance off the bench from Lindbom yesterday.
I shouldn't have made this a three-point game. Back strongly. Obviously been an early double-digit lead in the first quarter. Here's Salin, long 2. Leaves it long. Hermaninski with another rebound. Hermansson. Stephenson. Converting back to what is mostly there at starting 5. There's a collision there, but here comes Stephenson anyway. And he's fouled, and Iceland just keep chipping away here. Raniko's fallen awkwardly on the ground.
Yeah, they do, and that's what Iceland need to do. It's not about highlight plays or, you know, winning the game in one bucket. It's just a strong move. Looks like a clash of heads there. Stephenson putting his head down as he drives to the basket. I think it's left Raniko a little bit dazed.
Yeah, held back to his feet by his teammates. Just going to check him. Raniko, in the meantime, has had a second foul called on him, so I wouldn't be surprised he went to the bench anyway.
Yeah, it's great sportsmanship by Stephenson as well. Didn't just stand at the free throw line and waited. He went over and checked that Raniko was all right.
Copeland has come back into the action. Good free throw shooting from Iceland so far. That's 7 out of 7. And they are back to within 1. Copeland. Stephenson lost his assignment there. Carl Lindbom lays it up and in, and it's a great start to the action for him.
Yeah, exactly what he did yesterday. Came on and proved that he wasn't a weakness. Just explodes to the basket for the finger roll.
Byrington. Back out. It's Paulsen for 3. Finland just keep giving away fouls at the moment.
Yeah, Lindbom gets called for the foul. Wasn't able to contain Byrington and ended up holding him. Concerning for Iceland though that Paulsen, after that opening 3, hasn't been able to get any more points.
Stephenson, jump shot 2, good! Stephenson stepping up to the plate, 6 points so far for him.
Yeah, likely to be Stephenson's last EuroBasket. The 34-year-old's going out in style though, averaging 9.5 points per game.
Valentino Ranico that you have to retire in your early to mid-30s. Here's Kopenhagen, and he's fouled. We'll get a trip to the line.
Yeah, it's definitely going to change the dynamic though with EuroBasket now moving to a 4-year cycle. It really does turn into a lot less opportunities for these guys to perform on the top European competition, but it makes it that even more special.
He's missed a free throw yet, 12 out of 12 in the game. Basket pass, Byrington found a little bit of space, decided not to take the shot early, back out, Malinsky for 3. Drops just short. Gerald Lee hustles.
Tough task for Byrington there, he's in amongst the trees, 4 Finnish players to 1 Icelandic player trying to rebound on his own.
5 rebounds already now for Gerald Lee. Salin draws the foul from Byrington.
So far my wish has come true, we've got a very competitive game.
We certainly do. 7 minutes left in the half. Jason will be keen to stay with Finland till half-time. Salin, from way downtown, Sassu Salin buries the 3.
You just can't give him that space, you've got to go over the screen, you can't go under it or hedge on it. Salin will take every opportunity to shoot the ball.
Stephenson gets it through the eye of the needle to Malinsky, who was fouled by Huff.
Nice pass inside, Huff too late with the recovery defense though.
Hermansen just lofts up a high one. Byrington catches. Malinsky in the perimeter, who cuts in. Somehow Iceland maintain possession, but the shot clock's ticking away. Great pass! Oh, that's just a thing of beauty from Iceland.
Yeah, great cut by Paulson. Knows the clock's running down and he just punches home the two-handed dunk.
Paulson gets his second score. Maybe hoping that sets him off on a run. That's a really good pass by Lindholm to Lee. There's the foul.
Yeah, no, it's difficult in that situation. What you've got is you've got an undersized player that's trying to front the post. So if the ball's being entered into the post from the wing like that, just going back to the dunk from Paulson, but if the ball's being entered into the post from the wing, all it takes if the post is being fronted for the ball to be swapped up to the top and then fed down the lane. And instantly you saw there, Lee's able to seal out Stephenson, and Stephenson's just is left hanging on the back of Lee.
Second personal foul for Stephenson, so he goes for a sit down. And Order Wilhelmsen comes on. Is anybody ever going to miss a free throw in this game?
No, it's a coach's delight, us basketball purists. It's a great thing to see.
Set for another very high-scoring game here. It's Acox. And the pass attempted through the pass and didn't get to its intended target. And Kopenhagen brings it to the front court for Finland. Finds Gerald Lee. hustling in the lane, out to Lindbom. He misses the shot, and now here come Iceland in transition. Wilhelmsen wants to slow things down. Hermansen. Paulsen puts up a jumper. Acox with a rebound, but misses the shot, gets the foul.
Yeah, Acox building a great reputation in this tournament of just pure hustle on the offensive boards. Paulsen backs out, Sarling down, and Acox just chases down the loose ball rebound. And the foul is called.
Acox going to the line. Here comes the first to miss.
That'll be a concern for Coach Detman then. Lee goes up to 3 personal fouls now in the first half. I wouldn't imagine he'll be on the court much longer.
Looks to me like Tuka Kotti is being prepared. Here is Gerald Lee. Passes out to Koponen. Midway through the second quarter, Raniko. Koponen. Going to dance his way past Paulsen. Goes out to Lindbom. Oh, denied. Brilliant defense.
If I was Iceland now, I'd slow it down and I'd go at Gerald Lee. Try and get that 4th foul off him.
Actually didn't listen to your advice. He sped towards the rack and missed the shot. And now Koponen with an open channel right the way on the runway and puts it up and in.
Let's see if they go at Lee this time. They've got a guy who will not be happy to defend. Get Acox into the post, get him the ball.
Wilhelmsen here. And Malinsky going all on his own. Lindbom with a foul rather than Gerald Lee. But Lee is going to escape here.
Yeah, that's Lindbom's 2nd foul. Just too much intensity after he gets blocked by chasing down Acox. Just too much hustle.
Malinsky's now drawn 3 fouls. They're starting to miss their free throws, though. Makes the second, makes it a 7-point game. Key period then before half-time, where Finland will be looking for a double-digit lead in the next few minutes, whilst Iceland will look to eradicate the advantage. Koponen, long 2. Can't get it to roll.
Great battling from Iceland, but Murphy just too strong for them. Going after the ball harder. Malinsky pushes him out of the way. Stephenson is a domino effect in that. And Malinsky now will have to go to the bench as he picks up his 2nd foul. It's a crucial phase of play now. This last 4 minutes going up to the half. Iceland will want to hold it nice and tight. They won't want to see the lead go out too far.
Kotti, shot clock down to 5. Lost control for a moment. Raniko's got to take aim here. Got it up in time and banks it in. The bank is open for Timo Raniko.
Yeah, beautiful play by Raniko. Poor defense though.
Warrington back to Stephenson. Long 2 attempted and good. Here's Murphy. Little low pass attempted for half, but he couldn't gather. That's where Iceland are pretty effective. Interceptions down low. Hermansen. Wide open 3 missed. Koponen. Leapt like a salmon. Now Kotti. Koponen comes inside. Bounce past Kotti. Gets up. But can't put it in off the backboard. And Malinsky for 3. In fact, it's Wilhelmsen. Drains a big one. Makes it a 4-point game and timeout call.
Hey, what was I talking about saying Iceland would want to hold the lead where it is? They've shrunk the lead with beautiful shooting performance from Wilhelmsen then. Wide open though, poor defense. Huff couldn't chase out quick enough. And a 4-point ball game. I'm not surprised Coach Detman calls a timeout.
He went down with a glorious swish.
Doesn't matter who's man it is. Stop the ball, they want to run and gun.
Wait, be careful. Come up, get the ball, back screen here, and then come up, quickly you're going to the rim, right? Listen, and you gotta read this quickly. If your guy leaves, you might have to slice it to the rim and get the ball from Elbar. When you send screens, if you see your guy going out early, dive to the rim.
Interesting to listen to both sets of timeouts there. Rannikko very, very vocal in that timeout for Finland. He's saying slow it down. All Iceland want to do is they want to run and gun. They want to get out in the open lanes and into transition basketball, whereas Finland are a lot more comfortable grinding out in a half-court offense. And then on the Icelandic side, just saying to Glenarson, look, if they hedge on the screens, you've got to flash to the basket. So as soon as the Finnish defender hedges and comes out to help out in the defensive end, Glenarson's going to go straight towards the basket and look for the easy interior pass for him to finish.
Koponen then for Finland, tries his luck from range, leaves it a little short, and the ball bounces off Tukakotti's knee. Goes out of bounds. Iceland have produced a fantastic performance so far. Byrington to Wilhelmsen. Inside. Byrington for three. Good hustle from half under the rim. It's Koponen all the way himself, then goes inside out. Murphy stepped out of play.
Yeah, a couple of mistakes by Finland, a couple of quick turnovers. That takes their turnover total up to 8. Oh no, 7, sorry. Which Detman will no doubt be talking to them about in the half-time locker room in 2 minutes' time. But they want to hold on to the lead before then.
Hermansen. Frederiksen. That's an awkward one for him. Manages to release it, almost an alley-oop pass to Linarsen under the rack. Throws it up, right-hand hook, and one.
At last they used Glenarson. He did exactly what Coach Pedersen said to him. If they flash go to the basket, he did. They didn't reward him. Thankfully, Berrington did, and he managed to hold on to it. Causing Murphy all sorts of problems on the defensive end, the range and wingspan of Glenarson.
Well, there you have the benefit of Tryggvi Glenarsen in this Icelandic team. Coach Detman doesn't look best pleased. Glenarsen makes this. We've got a 1-point game. He doesn't. Icelandic supporters you can hear at the moment. Kotti to Koponen.
What a mismatch on the perimeter.
Larson trying to hold his own, made it as tough as possible. Actually did all right.
Referee's called an offensive foul on Kotti. Yeah, understandable. Kotti swinging his elbow. Frederiksen to the line. Only a 50% free throw shooter so far in the tournament, not what you'd expect from a guard. Part of his game that he'll need to work on.
50% from the line there. And it is a 1-point game with 1 minute 20 left in the half. Icelandic fans are only getting louder by the second. This Nordic derby is set to be a thriller. Gotti out to Murphy, drops the ball. Not costly, but the shot clock is down to 5, and Sassu Salin is weaving his way in between. Finds Gotti, is open for the 2, and Gotti makes no mistake.
Yeah, that's perfect distance for Gotti. He can hit that mid-range jumper all day long. Salin very composed in a pressure situation as the shot clock ran down.
Fredriksson banks it in, beautiful.
Fredriksson rising up amongst the trees, makes it look easy off the glass.
For 3, brings out Salin with the attempted putback, and it's another offensive foul call. They're stacking up now, and Iceland will go to the free throw line with a chance of a lead shortly before half-time.
Yeah, Salin just a little bit too eager, chasing in for the offensive rebound. You'll see him come flying through over the back of Wilhelmsson. That's a good call by the officials.
Coach Detman's going to his trump card here. Lauri Markkanen's going to come back in for the Finns, whilst Christopher Acox will finish the half for Iceland. On for Trygve Klinarsson.
Interesting, Markkanen's only played 7 minutes in this first half. He's averaging 29 minutes a game, so not his usual rotation today.
Iceland are in the lead. Salin. Gotti left wide open, he misses the shot though. And are Iceland going to go into half-time with the lead? It looks like it.
Yeah, unless they do something silly, they will. What a great moment and what a great first half for Iceland.
Wilhelmsson into Christopher Acox. Can't make the shot. Now here comes Salin. 1 second left. He's got to put it up. He does. Oh, I don't believe it. Buzzer beater from Sassu Salin denies Iceland the lead at half-time.
Does that not just sum up Finland's tournament though so far? Salin from inside his own half launches the Hail Mary play on the buzzer, and not only does it go in, it's nothing but net. Beautiful string music from miles out for Salin.
This is absolutely incredible. What a way to end a brilliant first half of action in Helsinki. The final game of Group A, and it's a tight one. The Nordic derby at half-time is Finland 42, Iceland 40.
Yeah, great first half of action. You have to feel for Iceland though.
You do.
The little bit of glory they could have had taking the lead into the half against Finland just snuffed out by a huge play by Salin. But what a great first half, and both teams working hard. Good three-point shooting from both teams. 48% from two-pointers from both teams, 10 from 21. So such comparable teams so far in the opening 20 minutes. But Finland have been caught on the fouls.
Yeah, too many fouls for them. Iceland with so many free throws in that first half. And 60.
Yeah, I'm sure that will be part of what Coach Detman talks about tightening up on. But all in all, a great way to finish Group A.
Just what we wanted, a competitive game. We've got that. We've got a lot of highlight plays in that half as well. And summed up by that very unlikely but incredible end to the half. Sassu Salin finding the net from his own half to give Finland the lead going into the break. So don't go anywhere. The third and fourth quarter should be well worth a watch here in Helsinki. Finland 42, Iceland 40 at half-time.
hand for Victor here. That basket, 2 shots behind the three-point line. 2 shots behind the three-point line. If you clap your hand for Victor, come on. We have a good prize. Whoever wins this, he's played before. Here's the first shot. Almost. But a second shot still. It's up. Oh, no good. Thank you, Victor. And from Team Finland, Aro. Big boys shoot first. Looking good on the ball, looking good. 2 shots for you as well. More power to it, more power. Thanks a lot. So far, no good. But now Team Iceland has got it. 2 shots for you. So once behind the line, if you're wondering, and then your second shot, and no good. Almost. Thank you. So far, so good. It's not that easy, folks. It's not that easy. Representing Team Finland, Maya, shooting 2. Oh, good. But no cigar. Oh, hit the rim. And now, last shooter from Team Iceland, Elias. Go ahead. 2 shots for you as well. Still a second shot, you can still take a time. Remember, we have a good prize, no pressure. And good! Alright, we have a time now. So Elias and Buckley, 1 shot each. Who makes the first basket wins this all. Elias, you start. 1 shot each. Keep up, baby, come on. Focus and focus. Oh, Elias, your turn. The players make it look so easy, but it's not that easy at all. Oh, bubbles. Come on, Team Finland. Official game ball for Bolton to Team Finland. But give a big round of applause to all our shooters here today. All right. Bolton ball for that man. Come on. Give a big round of applause for these guys. Thank you, Team Iceland. Thank you, Team Finland. Enjoy the game and see you soon. 7.5 minutes, then we go again.
Welcome back to the Helsinki Arena. It's Finland against Iceland. It's the final game of the group phase here. And it is a Nordic derby of some magnitude. First meeting for 10 years, Finland and Iceland. And how far both countries have come in a decade is something they can both be extremely proud of. And they can be proud of the show they've put on so far tonight, Mark. Just a 2-point game.
Yeah, huge game from both teams so far. Iceland obviously a little bit heartbroken going into the locker room, expecting to have the lead until Sasu Salin drains what was an absolute Hail Mary of a shot on the buzzer from his own half. But what a beautiful shot. Nothing but net for Sasu Salin. But looking at some of the stats, Finland will be happy for their perimeter shooting, 5 from 10. 3 throws still to miss one. They'll be a little bit concerned, 14 personal fouls in the first half, including 3 on Lee. But then looking across to Iceland, they'll be very content with their performance so far. They wish they had the lead. They have had a 5-point lead at one point, but the game hangs in the balance.
Yeah, most certainly. That's just a reminder of the wider context here. France's defeat earlier today to Slovenia means that Finland know they'll finish second in the group, regardless of the result here tonight, and they will face Italy in the last 16 in the final phase of EuroBasket 2017 in Istanbul in a couple of days' time. Iceland, well, unfortunately for them, their journey at EuroBasket 2017 will end here. They were always expecting that to be the case, but they are saving their best performance till last.
No matter what happens on the court, keep your head up, play together, have fun. Have fun, exactly.
Nice to see Timo Rannikko just reiterating to his teammates that they should have fun tonight.
Yeah, it's an important thing for them to do as well. They need to enjoy this last game in Helsinki. Who knows when they'll have another major tournament in their own country. It was the 60s last time they had one before here. So for their sake, let's hope it's not as long a gap, because one thing we can definitely guarantee you is that they know how to host EuroBasket.
Yeah, absolutely incredible week here in Helsinki. Some more eccentric fans than others, and the Icelandic fans, well, they've made a racket day in, day out here.
Oh, they have. They've absolutely added to the event. You know, in what you'd expect maybe to be some of the smaller crowds, we've just been faced with a sea of blue and a thunderclap every day.
I expect more of that in the second half to come. It's the final half in the group phase in Helsinki. And it's Finland 42, Iceland 40, and we are back underway in this third quarter. Iceland looking for their first ever win at EuroBasket. And here's Aukur Palsson, a player that will need to have a big half if they're going to win. Stephenson shooting from the corner. Sees his effort come back off the rim, and Gerald Lee helps himself to his 6th rebound of the game. Running a bit of foul trouble in the first half on 3.
Yeah, he'll have to be careful in the early goings in this third quarter.
Newton Finns Lee, the edge of the lane. Back out to Newtonen. Shot clock down to 7. And Newtonen misses a simple shot. Gets the second one to go eventually.
Yeah, Stephenson lost his footing there. He's tracking him well as he went to the basket, but Stephenson loses his footing, enabling Newtonen to get the easy score in the end.
First score of the second half is Finland's. Nice bounce pass. Hermansen puts it up and in off the glass. Reduces the arrears immediately. Salin into Lee. Interesting battle he's got there with Byrington, and he's won the battle on that occasion.
I think Byrington's going to take a well-deserved holiday after this EuroBasket. Every single day he has turned up and battled guys that are 10 centimetres, 15 centimetres taller than him. And he's not backed down. He's taken the battle to them every single day. The physicality he's had to play with for the undersized Iceland is phenomenal. And wherever he has a holiday, he deserves it.
Yeah, battered and bruised. Hopefully his holiday isn't in the local infirmary. Carlson, Stephenson. Manson gets it to Byrington, top of the mountain. Here's Wilhelmsson. Stephenson for 3. Just overshoots, but they've got the rebound. Good hustle from Byrington again. And Byrington will take the shot. And he leaves it just short. And that's a good reaction from Alka Palshin. It's a 1-point game now.
Yeah, it's good to see Iceland back into their scrappy phases, chasing every play, every ball. That's how they'll stay in this game. That's how they'll hand themselves a chance of going away with the win.
Salin behind the back pass, aimed at Lee, and not a necessary pass there for Finland.
Yeah, no, Coach Detman won't be too happy with Salin throwing a behind the back pass in a situation like that. He'll want to close this game out. He'll want to make sure that they leave the group stage in the highest possible fashion. And they don't want to take Iceland too lightly.
Yeah, they'll be fully aware they'll need to be switched on for the World Go in Istanbul. Italy will be a tough opponent. It's Markkanen with a jump shot, 2! And he is such a sharp shooter. Hot hands tonight for Lauri Markkanen. Hasn't missed yet. Bounce pass, Byrington, back out to Martin Hermansen. Finds order, Wilhelmsson, that's nicely made.
That's great work by Byrington. He's going at Lee. He knows Lee doesn't want to foul him because he's already on 3 fouls. Picks up a 4th, he'll go to the bench, draws the defense, and then kicks it out to the open Wilhelmsson.
Petteri Koponen. To Newton, now out to Markkanen quickly. Takes on the 3-point shot. And drains it. Double digits for Markkanen. Iceland, just like anybody else does who comes up against this Finland team, have to find out a way to try and stop Lauri Markkanen.
And that's becoming more and more difficult. Markkanen has grown in this tournament. Thankfully not physically, because he's already a giant of a player. But his confidence, his maturity, how he's approaching the game, you can see it develop game on game. His first international competition experience has been a positive one.
Carlson makes it a 2-point game. As it was at halfway.
Yeah, Palson's starting to warm up now. 9 points for him.
There's Koponen. Markkanen shrugs off Palsson. Misses the shot on this occasion. First miss tonight for the Finland number 23. Stephenson sets himself. Gerald Lee hustling for yet another rebound. 7 rebounds.
That's a difficult call to make, but I'd say it's the right call from the official. Koponen making the contact. Palsson just keeping his good defensive slant. Yeah, great call by the official. It's Koponen dropping the shoulder into Palsson. Puts Koponen on to 3 fouls.
He heads to the bench. They've been walking a little bit gingerly after that collision as well. Timo Rannikko back into the fray. Sean Huff, the captain, returns to the action, facing Matty Newton.
It's always good to see when a coach picks kind of the emotional leader of a team like Huff. He's not the superstar player, but he has such a positive impact on his teammates.
Bill Helmson, that's a good pass into Acox. Palsson. Just over-enthusiastically throws that as if he was throwing it to Trygve Klenarsson, but he wasn't. He was throwing it to Martin Hermansson, who's quite a lot smaller.
Yeah, there's a slight difference between those two.
It's Rannikko. Markkanen thought about the early shot, instead propels the pass out to the perimeter, comes inside, and Lee does the rest.
Yeah, that's a great job by Lee. He's worked so hard to establish himself way down in the paint. Once he receives the ball, there's nothing Wilhelmsson can do.
Acox. Wilhelmsson, oh, good vision to pick out Hermansson there, and he comes up, and a little floater, teardrop, into the net.
Beautiful shot by Hermansson. Going up against Markkanen can always be worrying. Manages to get the arc just right.
You have to go with that high trajectory when you're facing Markkanen, and here he is in the front court. Misses the shot, showing he is human. Wilhelmsson, he might try the three. No, it goes back out to Alka Palsson. Palsson going to go around the back. Fires a pass to the other wing. Byrington wayward with that shot.
Yeah, cagey third quarter so far, almost halfway through. Both teams 10 points apiece in this quarter. Positioning the game perfectly for this final 10 minutes. If they can stay this way.
Over 12,000 in the arena tonight. Good chunk of those are Icelandic supporters making themselves heard once more. Here's Huff. Loses out, and now Wilhelmsson in transition. He's got support through Christopher Acox. Fangs him and thrown down with the thunder slam.
Beautiful play, no-look pass on Wilhelmsson. And just a beautiful execution with authority from Acox.
What a play from Iceland. They've levelled up the scores. Rannikko out to Markkanen. Festival atmosphere amongst the Icelandic support. Markkanen fouled by Acox in the meantime. First foul for him. It's all changed for Iceland. 3 new players come on for them. Rannikko to inbound here.
So it just came off the foot, I think, of Ermolinski. So a reset on the shot clock to 14 for Finland.
Koponen. Huff. Passing play from Finland. Kotti. Lindbom. Rannikko for three. The shot clock down to its dregs. Fires it up against the red stuff.
Yeah, always going to be a tough shot for Rannikko, having to release it so quickly and from so far out.
Iceland eyeing up a lead here. Acox back out. Ermolinski drains the three, propels Iceland into the lead.
Oh, they're living the dream right now, Iceland. They'll be thinking about, can they hold on to this? Can they push it even further against Finland?
Will history be made tonight? As Iceland line up their first ever EuroBasket win. Huff misses the three. Byrington collects another rebound.
Not only that, it'll be their first ever win against Finland as well. Take the Nordic bragging rights home with them.
Ermolinski to John-Arne Stephenson, jump shot 2, good! Iceland reclaim their biggest lead in this game.
Much to the joy of the Icelandic fans. Beautiful shot. Such a key part of his game, how high he gets in the jump shot, and that's appreciated by Coke Pedersen.
It shows you what a team effort it's been. Stephenson becomes the first Icelandic player into double digits tonight. Look what it means to Hlinarsson. One arm aloft. Henrik Detman has called timeout.
Paljon parempi, kun me vaihdetaan heti, kun me ollaan myöhässä. Etenkin sinä ja Tuukka tekee tätä. Meidän pitää puolustaa.
Keep it in front of you, make them take tough shots, and everybody get on the boards, right? Okay, so we go horns down, right? So we're gonna come, okay, we're gonna double away, the first guy's gonna curl it, and if they play topside, shoot backdoor. Then Hiker, I want Hiker at the 4 right now. He's gonna come up, then we're gonna set it, then come on the outside. Hey, when you move it here, pick it up or pick it roll, right?
Always interesting looking into the timeouts. Coach Detman so calm. Coach Pedersen so animated. Coach Pedersen wanting his team to crash hard onto the boards. That's an important aspect for them. They need to work hard as they're the undersized team.
Here comes another clap, not just from the Icelandic fans, but everybody inside the arena getting to their feet.
Basketball bringing nations together. It's the pure essence of EuroBasket. Competition on the floor and friendship in the stands. It's great to see here in Helsinki.
An unbelievable atmosphere to be playing basketball in. Here's Kotti. Get the call. Think that clap brings them good luck.
It looks like it does. I'm not sure the Finnish fans are aware of that. Maybe they'll stop joining in if they realised.
Cannot think of a better game for the group phase to conclude on. Absolutely unbelievable atmosphere here tonight. Iceland are looking to make history in the making.
Yeah, you'd have struggled to script this week of games here in Helsinki any better if you'd wanted to. The ups and downs and the emotions we've had have been unreal.
It's Cox throws it down. Huge.
Explodes to the rim. Leaves no one in any doubt who's in control of the paint at the moment.
Iceland are getting away. Koponen. Jump shot 2, nothing's going for Finland right now. Stephenson leaps impressively, wins the ball. Looks to get Iceland going on the front foot again. Hermansson. John-Arne Stephenson. Acox might get around half here, bounces it out to Palsson for 3. Rims out on this occasion. That would have been a double-digit lead for Iceland. Koponen. Huff now into Eric Murphy. Oh, intercepted. That's not a good pass. Ermaninsky steals.
It's the 11th turnover for Finland.
What a pass from Palsson. The foul's called.
Offensive foul called on Palsson. Crashing into Rannikko in the lane. Iceland aren't too impressed with the call. Yeah, Rannikko made the most of it, but it was an offensive foul.
Admiring the quick release around the back door from Palsson while he was doing that. Third foul for him. So you'll have to tread rather carefully. Lauri Markkanen's come back on here for Finland, and if there's somebody who's able to turn this around for the Susa Jangila Wolfpack, it's surely him. Rannikko. Markkanen out to Koponen for 3. Markkanen with a massive attempt at a putback. But worked out.
He almost jumped too high for that one, mistimed his jump and couldn't quite throw it down for yet another highlight play.
Wilhelmsson to Paulsen. Stops, shoots the three, but sees it come back off the rim. Kopen. Lee. Markkanen denied by Paulsen. He says, not in my house.
Beautiful play by Paulsen, timed his jump perfectly. Markkanen was not expecting that.
Not sure anybody's done that to Larry Markkanen this week. Stephenson near the end of the third quarter here. Iceland turning the screw.
Yeah, here comes Paulsen with a block from behind, which is always difficult, and even more so when the player you block is so much taller than you with huge wingspan.
Ermolinski. Nice looking to end this quarter on a high. Petteri Kopen. Markkanen for three. They just won't go for it. That was an awkward one for Rannico. He managed to stay in bound. Credit to the veteran.
Yeah, very impressive. That's a tough one to catch.
5 on the shot clock. Kopen's got to use it. Tough shot. Was never going to make that. Here comes Acots. Could be the final play.
Yeah, they'll slow it down now. They'll run the clock down. Finnish players rattled, complaining at the officials. They don't need to complain at the officials. They need to look at themselves.
Stephenson puts it up for three. He misses. Shot released in time, but misses. And though Iceland would have been disappointed that Finland led at half-time, more importantly, with 1 quarter left to play, Iceland lead by 7. What a third quarter. Finland 52, Iceland 59. Well, what a night it's been so far at the Helsinki Arena. Are Iceland going to spring the shock of the tournament?
It's been unbelievable here. Just looking at that third quarter, Iceland managed to hold Finland to just 10 points. That must be their lowest scoring quarter of the entire week for Finland, while scoring 19 of their own. Finland look on the ropes slightly here. They look rattled. They're complaining to the officials. They don't look as fluid as they have done. It's going to be interesting to see how Coach Dedman shakes his team out of this slump. And whether Iceland have what it takes to secure what would now be the biggest shock of the week, I think.
Yeah, it could be history in the making. Iceland looking for that first ever EuroBasket win. Finland even brought Larry Markkanen back in for much of that third quarter. It hasn't had the desired effect. I'm pretty sure Finland haven't scored for about 5 minutes. I think you made a point of saying that it was 10 points each in the third quarter, midway through.
Yeah, it's been a long time and they're struggling. They're going, and the thing is, they're going to their easy baskets. They're going to the likes of Koponen and Markkanen. It's not like they're putting it in the hands of inexperienced players or players that aren't expected to take the big shots. They're just not making it happen, and that is because Iceland have raised their intensity. They're chasing down harder. They're battling for everything. All 5 players the whole time on the floor for Iceland are after every single ball. Nothing is going to go easily for Finland now.
Well, we know what Finland usually do when they're in a hole. They get a game to go to overtime. 10 minutes left, in theory, here at the Helsinki Arena. We'll see. 7 points in it. Iceland looking to record the first ever EuroBasket win of their nation's history. And to do so in front of 12,000 would be something very special indeed. 2,000 of which are their own support, by estimation, which is very rough, I have to say. You know what? Inbound here. It's drawing up a double-digit lead. Well, that's a rather basic error. Holding on to it for 5 seconds there. Didn't inbound quick enough for Wilhelmsen.
Yeah, good defence by Finland, though, denying every single inbound opportunity that Wilhelmsen had. They'll be happy with that start.
Here comes Petteri Koponen. Markkanen thought about the three-point attempt, goes to Newtonen instead. Lee. Into Acox, and the lead grows up to 9. Biggest lead of the game for Iceland.
Yeah, and with that, Acox takes his personal tally up to 10. Another impressive performance from that young man.
He scored some big buckets on the night. It's Sassu Salin, run of 13-0 now for Iceland. Salin for 3. Oh, so reliable from range. 7 minutes without a score, and then Salin does that.
Yeah, Acox taps his chest to say, my fault, not enough. He should be chasing that out.
Wilhelmsen misses the 3, and they don't want to give Finland a bit of momentum here. That's probably got a good foul by Byrington. Well, he does take his personal tally to 3. Finland under pressure, bring their captain back on.
Yeah,
for Acox has gone off as well.
Finland will be keen to capitalise now after that Salin 3. They want to get on a roll on the offensive end.
Another thrilling finale is coming. It's Gerald Lee. Backs it in off the glass, makes it a 4-point game. Finland love to come from behind. Byrington gets the foul. Salin saying to the officials that he got something of the ball, which he made contact with, but not what the officials have seen.
Yeah, he's making the usual claim that all basketball players do. All ball, ref, all ball. Very rarely you get all ball. And certainly in that situation, Salin didn't.
Rebounds, 5 assists, and 6 points now for Heine Byrington. It's the captain, fantastic for Iceland. And some late night parties in Reykjavik tonight. Koponen passes into Lee, it's gone loose. Salin for 3. Whenever I say those 2 words, you usually know what's coming. Salin buries another one. He's up to 14 points on the night.
Poor defence yet again by Iceland. They need to learn their lessons and learn them quickly.
Byrington. Suddenly the waves parted for Wilhelmsen. It's out to Hermansen for 3. And he can't make it go.
I'm not sure why Wilhelmsen didn't just go to the basket for the lay-in.
Huff to Koponen. Into Gerald Lee at the low post. He's enjoyed a torrid time up against Byrington. And now Paulsen in transition. Hermansen into the lane. Good pass. Paulsen misses but gets the foul. Well, it's a time for experienced heads, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. On both sides, that's Lee's 4th foul as well. He's been an important part of Finland's rotation tonight, leading him on rebounding with 8. He's also got 9 points to his name. They won't want to see him foul out.
Markkanen withdrawn. On comes Tuka Kotti. And Paulsen at the line, extending Iceland's lead once more. Salin for 3. No, he misses one for once.
Yeah, that's the right call from the official. Stephenson's gone up for the rebound, but with his weak hand, he's just effectively pushed Huff away in mid-air. Huff's had a tough landing. That's the right call.
After such a week where they've gained a huge amount of momentum, Finland, they won't want to go to Istanbul having a taste of defeat to Iceland fresh in the mouth.
No, I think that will take longer than the 2 days they've got to recover from it.
And they turn this game around with the 7 minutes that remain. Sassu Salin again goes for the three-point shot, misses.
That's a much better job by Iceland though. Not one but two players chasing him out. They've identified that Salin is a huge threat. He's warming up from the perimeter and they've hounded him until he misses a three.
Well, he hit his first 4 from the perimeter. He's missed his last 2 with a bit of extra defensive pressure. Oh dear. Well, Salin slipped and Kopanen's pass was made to look a little silly. It's a turnover again. Janana Stephenson. Moving it around the perimeter. It's Martin Hermansen to Alka Palsen. Shot clock down to single digits. Palsen makes a run towards the rack. Comes back out to Ermolinski. Stephenson's got to put a shot up here. Jumper 2. Good! Could be enormous.
Massive shot by Stephenson. Takes his personal tally up to 12, but more importantly, takes the lead back out to 7. Big play by the veteran.
Kopanen. Get him putting his trust in his starting 5 here.
That puts Stephenson onto 4 fouls, though. That's a concern for Iceland.
Yeah, a few of their key players are in a bit of foul trouble. Byrington on 3, Palsen on 3 as well. And, don't want to lose any of those guys right now. Larry Markham's come back in.
Yeah, sensibly by Coach Pedersen. I imagine he'll keep him out for another couple of minutes, then he'll be back in the game with that final foul.
Kopanen offers it up. Markham just about gets there out of Byrington, who was hustling him for it. Kopanen. Markkinen looking to get around Byrington. He's got the pace on him and he lays it up and in. Lovely.
Yeah, they need to change that matchup straight away. Byrington has not got the foot speed to keep up with Markkinen. They need to change that.
I think they're going to try and pair Ermolinski with him in the future. Here's Hermansen. Byrington alert to the loose ball, but it's been stolen. Gotti, Byrington's lost him. Comes up for Sean Huff, and what a finish that was.
Yeah,
tight alleyway.
That's a captain's finish. Taken an awful lot of physical contact in this game. Huff doesn't seem to deter him though. Cuts to the basket strong. Ermolinski hammers him in the face with his forearm, as you can see from his expression as he walks to the line for the extra shot. Ermolinski now on 3 fouls as well.
Finland are making their move here. There's still more than 5 minutes to play. Iceland have called a timeout just to try and check this progress. Let's have a listen in carefully.
Side hiker with the ball up top, all right? Then when we come and get it, we're clearing him, and then right into the pick and roll again. Hey, look!
Looking at Coach Detman there, I don't think I've seen his brow so furrowed this week. I think this is the first time we've seen that. as we see Salin's huge buzzer beater at the end of the first half. But Finland have been on the back foot for the majority of this second half. They fought their way back in the final quarter, but Finland look rattled.
Yeah, they do. Credit to Iceland. They've been the ones who've rattled them.
Salin still has enough humour in him though to give a cheeky look to the cameraman as he comes back out on the floor. Salin's had a big game tonight, shooting 67% from the perimeter.
Yeah, incredible performance. And the team high score on 14. Just behind him is Lowry Markman, but Sean Huff is going to resume matches here from the free throw line.
Interesting. There was actually a technical foul called on Hermansson just before the timeout as well, hence him being at the line for the extra shots.
And Markman takes over duties. So 1 point game and Finland in possession. Salin, he's done it again! A fifth perimeter success from Sasu Salin.
And the noise has just lifted the roof off this arena. The Icelandic fans don't know what to do when they see Salin with the ball.
Paulsen called for an offensive foul, and Iceland's progress is being checked very seriously now. It's a fourth personal foul on Paulsen.
Iceland are starting to lose their patience as well. Look at the call. Yeah, it's exactly the right call. Salin was standing there for about half an hour before Paulsen ploughed into him. Salin doing it at both ends of the floor for Finland.
Iceland have taken the risk. John Stephenson on 4 fouls has come back in.
It's time to roll the dice for Coach Pedersen. 5 minutes to play in the entire tournament for Iceland.
An historic win up for grabs. But it is Finland now into the lead for the first time in the fourth quarter. Copenhagen in bounds, Ducote. Copenhagen got to be careful here. It's a backcourt violation.
Good defense by Iceland. Malinski still not happy, wants to charge as well. I think Iceland will be happy that they've got the possession back though. But they need to make it count now. They need to find some rhythm. They've had a couple of offensive where it hasn't worked for them. They've struggled in this final quarter, being outscored 17-8 by Finland. Now's the time that the experienced players, the big players in the team, Paulsen and Stephenson and Hermansson, step up to the plate.
Here we go, let's see. Paulsen. Finland don't do goal games, do they? It's Stephenson, long two. It's the iron.
Tough shot for Stephenson to take coming off the bench. Won't be warm yet.
Salin. Gonna get the veteran Martin Hermansson, throws it out, and it's going to be picked up by Stephenson here. Fast break. And a foul. Stephenson couldn't see the shot down, but half court contact.
It's good play by both sides. Stephenson's gone hard to the basket and Huff has tried to defend it as best he can. And if you can't legally stop him in that situation, he's absolutely right to foul him. Make sure he doesn't score and get Stephenson to earn them from the line.
14 turnovers now for Finland, just 8 for Iceland. And averaging over 17.
Stephenson's the guy you want on the free throw line, averaging 83% from the line in the tournament.
With Kirsten, Mark.
Yeah, I apologise to all the Icelandic fans.
On the second one, fought twice before going down. Makes it a 1 point game. What an amazing effort from Iceland. A 1 point game, 4 minutes to go. Ranico looking for a little gap. Oh, and it's rejected by Byrington. But the foul's been given. And it's a fourth foul for Gunnar Byrington.
Byrington was really pumped by that play. He thought he'd got away with a clean block. Let's have a look at the replays. Chase Raniko down. Now a lot of contact on the legs. Raniko's played for it though. He's stretched his legs out. He has the right to do that. And as soon as Byrington catches any part of him, the officials are going to give the foul. But once again, make a player earn the points.
That's 3 Icelandic players now on 4 fouls. They're all key members of their roster. Byrington, Stephenson and Alka Palsson. The Wolfpack cheering on every single point wholeheartedly, and it's 2 from 2 from the line from the veteran Raniko.
Yeah, he's yet to miss a free throw in the entire tournament.
Manson, Byrington. Byrington drew the foul.
It's a good move by Byrington. Good footwork. Draws Raniko into the foul, and that's Raniko's 4th foul as well.
Living life on the edge. Remember the players. Byrington for 3. Good!
I'm sat here shaking my head because that really isn't the shot you'd want to see. But when it drops, you're happy to celebrate with him as well if you're an Icelandic fan. Pressure moments.
Here's Markkanen! Throws it down with a huge gap.
Yeah, he throws it down and the Finnish crowd stand up.
Puts Finland back in front by 2. Here is Byrington collapsing in the lane. And the last touch was his, so it's going to be a turnover.
I think that's Byrington calling a day for himself. Looks like he might have picked up a knock on the knee. And that might be the last international action Byrington sees. He's yet to announce his future internationally. But what a moment to check out. He looks quite emotional over on the bench.
Yeah, the captain, Mr. Iceland, we should call him. He has embodied their bravery, their fight, their heart. How he would love to witness their first ever EuroBasket win. Raniko from range. This is out, but there was a foul on Markkanen. And I think it was Stephenson, wasn't it? Or was it?
Not too sure. We're just waiting to get clarification on who the foul was on. Yeah.
Looks like it's Stephenson. He's going to be fouled out.
Oh, he's devastated, fouling out the game. Frustrating way to foul out the game. He's given so much for the Icelandic fight this week, and no doubt there'll be a few beers raised for him in Iceland.
Markkanen looking to make Iceland pay. Flawless from the free throw line today is Lauri Markkanen. And becomes his team's leader, 18 points. Bill Helmson then, Iceland with a bit of a gap to make up. It's Acox. Now Martin Hermansen. There's the bounce pass into Acox. He wasn't looking and Raniko was.
Yeah, it's good hands by Raniko. Read the situation, knew where Iceland were looking to put the ball and made sure he got into the passing lane.
Markkanen for 3. Misses. Good work at the board from Salin of all people. Raniko. Markkanen will try again. And Markkanen drains the 3 this time. And is the game just slipping away from Iceland? Timeout called by Craig Pedersen.
Yeah, no surprise he's called a timeout. Markkanen hitting what could be a dagger 3 in this game. He rattles it home on the second attempt. 7-point lead now for Finland. Not sure Iceland have anything left in the tank to get back into this one.
Elmar, go!
Yeah, Markkanen's had another big game tonight. 21 points, 2 rebounds in just 21 minutes of action, and he's scoring from all over the court. And he finishes it off with the big 3, rattling it home to extend the lead out to 7 points.
He loves a rescue mission, Lauri Markkanen, and that's exactly what he had on his hands when he came in to play in his 4th quarter. And Finland were down by 7, but now they're up by that very same amount. It's been an incredible 4th quarter when they needed it from Finland so far, but this game is not done and dusted yet. Icelandic spirit says there could yet be another twist in the tale. Here is Paulsen. They're going to need to be amazing from here. It's Acox. He misses the shot, wanted the foul, didn't get it, and Rannikko comes away with it for Finland.
Yeah, Markkanen with great defense, blocking the Acox shot.
Markkanen. Salin. This is from the perimeter. Oh, and then possession thrown away by Kotti, straight into the hands of Martin Hermansson. Puts it up for Acox, can't lay it up and in. Comes back off the iron, and Finland survived to tell the tale.
Yeah, that's a tough pass for Acox to be able to catch mid-air from behind him and bring it forward and be able to target the backboard for the layup.
Lauri Markkanen outside to Sean Huff. Well, there's going to be one last push from Lino Byrington. He's not done yet.
No, he's bionic, that man. You can see blood leaking through his knee bandage, but he's not done. This isn't how he's ending his international career by the looks of it. He's going to come back out and give that last push of effort to see if he can get his team the win.
Those 3 minutes on the bench were enough holiday for him. Malitsky, and here he is, Byrington! Banks it in off the glass, keeps Iceland alive in the game.
And the smile on his face says everything. He rallies his troops around him and says this game isn't over yet.
The leader of the pack.
They do need to be pressing the ball though. They look exhausted, the Icelandic players, but they do need to be putting more pressure on the ball than this.
Tied with good reason. Rannikko foul. Will go to the line.
And again, what they need to do is try and get the ball out of the hands of the good free-throw shooters. Rannikko hasn't missed one all tournament. You don't want to foul him, particularly Paulsen's 5th. He's out of the game.
Yeah, that's another sucker punch, really, for Iceland. A star shooter when he gets going.
Yeah, if it wasn't enough for Iceland as well, they might think they've seen enough of Finland for one time. They've actually been drawn in the same group as them for the World Cup qualifiers. So they only have to wait to the 22nd of Feb next year when they get to play them again.
Well, if there's anything like this, it'll be one to put in your diaries. Here's Hermansson. Yeah, puts it up and in. Makes it a 5-point game, 41 on the clock.
It's a great side of basketball when you see such a size difference not making any difference to the outcome.
Here's Sasu Salin. There's the high press now from Iceland. Rannikko.
They need the ball out of his hands. He's holding on to it because he wants to be one that gets fouled.
Koponen shifts it over. Sasu Salin. They're moving the ball well here, Finland. Now Huff. Koponen, shot clock down to 5. Here comes Markkanen. He couldn't quite throw it down as he wished.
That would have been an exclamation point on the win for Finland. But yeah, what a tournament we've had. I think it's a step too far now with 20 seconds to play. Markkanen at the line. I think the Finns can be pretty comfortable that they've going to leave with what is an impressive record from this group. 4-1 in what everyone said was a very, very tough group.
Yeah, they can hold their head up very, very proud indeed with those wins, particularly over France and Greece, who they put to the sword last night. They won with 2 phases of overtime against Poland as well, in what was arguably the game of the group phase, at least so far. Markkanen adds the extras and probably puts this game beyond Iceland. Still, timeout called. And there'll be one last throw of the dice here from Craig Pedersen and his Icelandic team.
Yeah, they'll play to the final buzzer, even if the result has been decided, because they've had to all week. They've had some big blowout games, but they fought for 40 minutes. But the Icelandic team, they'll now regroup when they return back home, and they'll look forward to their World Cup qualifiers in this new FIBA system, which really does enable home countries to host more competitive games more regularly, enabling the Icelandic fans to get a flavour of international basketball on a more often basis. It's a great new system. However, their first qualification game in the World Cups will be away in the Czech Republic on the 24th of November. So alongside Czech Republic and Finland, they've also got Bulgaria in their group. They need to finish in the top 3 to go through to the second phase of qualification. That's a big ask because that's a tough group. But I think if we've learned anything from Iceland this week is that you really can't count them out.
Yeah, they'll tough it out against anyone. Just a recap on the EuroBasket 2017 final phase. Finland, remember, are going through in second place in Group A. We know they will face Italy. That game is coming up on Saturday. We also know that Ukraine are through in Group B. They'll meet Slovenia, Italy, Finland, Germany, France, and Lithuania against Greece.
You have to love Radiko's reaction to that call from the referee. He's saying, watch the replay, you'll see. I'm sure the referee will watch a replay. It's an important part of their feedback structure, and I'm sure he'll be comfortable with the call, as it was the right decision.
Radiko fouled out. That's his group phase action done and dusted, but he'll be very, very happy.
Couldn't be more obvious foul, pushing the wrist of the shooting arm of Hermansson.
I mean, Radiko should watch the replay, but he'll be delighted to be a part of the final phase anyway. His international career will continue at least for another few days, perhaps a lot longer.
Yeah, the Finnish team will enter their round of 16 game with a very high confidence level. I think if you look on form, you'd probably say Finland probably may enter that game as favourites against Italy on Saturday. However, without the Helsinki crowd behind them, it will be a very different game for them.
Yeah, well, if there's one thing we've learned, though, from FIBA events, it's that Finland travel pretty well. I'm sure they'll be well represented in Istanbul. Koponen finds the pass into Markkanen, who, as you can hear, finished the score, but it won't count. Standing ovation from everybody, even the Icelandic fans, for Lauri Markkanen as he bids farewell to the Helsinki arena. And I looked up to light up the courts in Istanbul. For his debut season in the NBA. Koponen advancing the lead once again to 7 points. Can Iceland finish on a high then? It's sort of Wilhelmsson. Bjornsson for 3. Oh! Drains it from way downtown.
I think he's got more points than seconds on the court there.
Incredible. There it is. The final buzzer goes in Helsinki. What a game. What a week. And what a team Finland are turning out to be. 4 wins in their 5 group phase games. Their only defeat was an extremely tight one to Slovenia on game day 2. They beat France and Poland in overtime. They put Greece to the sword, and they have just edged out Iceland in a thrilling Nordic derby. It's finished. Finland 83, Iceland 79. Well, what a treat of a game that was.
Yeah, great to finish Group A off in such style. Finland again, some great plays, but they were challenged all the way by a plucky Icelandic team. They look disappointed on the floor at the moment, the Icelandic team, that they're going to leave EuroBasket. Only their second ever EuroBasket finals round, but still without a win. They've worked so hard all week. They have an awful lot to be proud of, as do the Finnish team, who are now returning the applause to their crowd. They've had an amazing week, and it's topped off here by another great display from them. 23 points from Markkanen leading their scoring. Lee with 8 rebounds. Rannikko leading the steals with 2. And the Finland team now going along the front row of the crowd, handing the high fives out to the loyal Wolfpack.
Yeah, what a sight, what a win again for Finland. Now with Markkanen leading the way. Sassu Salin deserves a lot of credit for his three-point shooting on the night. Shot 5 from range. Koponen again ending in double digits. Those 3 will be really important for them in Istanbul.
Oh, they'll be absolutely massive. Finland will move on with confidence, and Iceland will build on what they've achieved this week.